Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach and I help product based business owners create a consistent content strategy that brings them consistent sales, and that includes a live streaming strategy. I have been creating content on social media since 2018. I started off my amazing journey as a money savings coupon coach. I was teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to strategically save money. Well, when the pandemic hit in 2020, my clients were like, hey, Crystal, teach us how to start side hustles, teach us how to start YouTube channels, teach us how to start businesses to make more money because our 9 to 5 is not enough. So I accidentally became a business coach and I just started helping my clients with what they needed. They needed to make money. I helped them make money. Then my business coach was like, hey, Crystal, do you want to coach my people on how to grow their businesses? And I was like, I guess so. Thus, it started my journey of accidentally becoming a business coach. And I did that. I did both of that for like 3 years. So from 2020 to 2023, forward facing, I was your coupon girl. Behind the scenes, I was helping women start businesses from scratch or grow existing businesses on social media. But in 2023, I had decided I had this life-changing, earth-shattering shift in my life personally and professionally. And I made the decision like, hey, I want to be a business coach. I don't want to be known as the couponing girl, and nothing bad happens when women make more money. And I want to help women really maximize and use social media to make sales. So in 2023, I decided I was going to be a business coach. And then in 2024, I closed down all of my couponing businesses, let go of all of my couponing clients, went down to a handful of clients, and I was a business coach. And I decided in 2024 that I wanted to niche down even further. And I really wanted to specifically figure out like, how have I shown up the best in my business? How have I helped my clients the most, right? The answer to that question is I am a content machine. I was going over my stats and I realized that I've posted thousands of videos on the internet between YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and IGTVs back in the day. I posted thousands of videos on the internet and I've gone live 1,000 times. I did my math between my Facebook lives, my YouTube lives, and I usually go live on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram at the same time. So I look strictly at YouTube and Facebook and I literally have gone live 1,000 times. I knew it was close to 1,000, but I did the math and I went live 1,000 times. Since January of 2019, I've gone live 1,000 times. From all of this content that I have been able to create, I have made close to $400,000. $400,000 I've been able to make on social media. I've made money directly from Google AdSense, affiliate deals. I've done 4-figure and 5-figure brand deals. And the biggest chunk of my income has come from me selling my coaching services. One-on-one coaching, group coaching, membership, masterclass, boot camps, workshops. I've sold tons of different coaching and classes and trainings of that nature. I sold one course and I made $1,000. But outside of that, I've made close to $400,000 all from social media, all from content. Without content, there's no Krista Maximizer. Without content, I don't make any sales. And if I go even deeper, right, because the riches are in the niches. Some people feel like they have to be everywhere, but if you are in one area and you focus in that area, you are consistent in your area, you sell your ass off in that area, you will make a crap ton of money. So when I go down even deeper, where I've really made the most money, my favorite type of content to create is what I'm doing right now. It's going live. Going live is my favorite way to show up on social media. I told my biz bestie early on, I said, going live is my moneymaker. Every time I go live, I make sales. I told her that. I said, every time I go live, I make sales, whether it's a sale today or I grow my audience, which means it's a future sale. Someone gets on my email list, which is a future sale. I would say whenever I go live, I make sales. Live is my favorite thing. So I said, you know what? I want to be a content coach that specializes in live because I had a strategy that I have been replicating for years that has allowed me to show up authentically on live, regardless of the platform, and make sales. I've made sales on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on TikTok Live, on Instagram Live. those 4 main platforms, I can show up and go live as long as I've done my due diligence to build an audience and I can make sales. Now, I do have an audience of close to 100,000 followers and subscribers across all of my platforms. I am live right now on all of my platforms, but I want you to know that when you spend the time and you consistently show up, you can get the results that you desire. And as a business owner, you can make sales on live. But there is a total method to the madness. Now, I know I've been yapping for like 5 or 6 minutes, but what I want to talk to you tonight about is the reasons why, as a business owner, you should be going live. The reasons why you should have a live strategy as a part of your content strategy for 2025. 2025 is all about relatable storytelling marketing. No one wants to hear you saying bye, bye, bye. They want to hear a story. If you couldn't realize from 2024 with the epic amount of storytelling that went on TikTok that changed people's lives from them telling a story, okay? Storytelling, selling is the way to go in 2025, regardless of the platform, specifically on TikTok, but regardless of the platform, people want to hear the story. They don't want you to push your product in their face and say, buy it, buy my lip gloss, buy my lotion. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear the story. They want to know the why. So tonight, I'm going to give you like 10 reasons why, as a business owner, you should be going live. And at the end of this live, I am going to share with you how you can work with me to create your live strategy inside of my live bootcamp. Because I am hosting my live bootcamp this month and I'm super, super, super excited. So if you're not on my email list already, please make sure you get on my email list. But what I want to say to you right now is it's your turn to tell me about you, because I've been talking this whole time and I want to know who's here. So if you could let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And what is your business? Hey, Muna, let me know in the comments, where are you watching from and what is your business? Where are you watching from? You didn't miss anything. I just started. Where are you watching from and what is your business? I'm in Orlando. And as I said, my business is I am a content coach that specializes in live strategy. Content coach that specializes in live strategy. And it's freezing cold in Orlando right now, like 50 degrees. I lied. It's not even 50, y'all. It's 46 degrees. And by midnight, it'll be 41. Cold in Florida. I seen a thread this morning when someone was like, oh, let's call Florida and see if they can give us 40 degrees. And I commented like, we ain't got it. It's 40 degrees over here and my heat is on. If I give you 40, it's going to be 1. And that means it's going to be snowing. Absolutely not. So you can't have our degrees. We ain't got no degrees to give. Charlotte, New Me says, Charlotte, North Carolina, my business is a work in progress. What do you mean by work in progress? You mean like you're trying to create your business? Mona says, I'm in High Point. Like you're trying to create your business and come up with it. But yes, let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what your business is. Okay. So I love going live. I'm trying to create it. Okay, perfect. Do you have an idea of what you want to create, or you don't know what you want to create yet? So I love live so much. I do. And I love live so much that my main content strategy for the end of 2024 and going into 2025 and into the foreseeable future is mostly live content. So just to give you a little bit of background for me, and then I'll tell you why you should be going live, right? So my main platform is YouTube. I have a YouTube channel and I would love for you to go to subscribe. It's Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with KRYS. The replay of this live will be there. If you are watching on TikTok, the replay of this live would be there. Shout out to everyone who is watching on YouTube. I see a lot of people watching on my couponing channel. So if you already are not subscribed to Build a Business with Chris, please go subscribe to Build a Business with KRYS. And my main platform is YouTube. Okay. So what my content strategy looks like right now on YouTube as a business owner is I post one pre-recorded video per week. So on Saturdays, I post one video on YouTube. And then I go live 4 times a week. My goal is to go live a minimum of 16 times in a month. I can go a little bit more, but I've decided to set some clear boundaries for myself going into 2025 to make sure I'm not burning myself out. I was overworking just a little bit and burning myself out. So I was like, okay, let's reduce my lives a little bit. But I'm going live 4 times a week. So that means on my YouTube channel, 5 pieces of content will live on my YouTube channel because my lives, the replays stay up, and a lot more people watch my lives as replays than they do in real time. So it's a win-win for me. So that's 5 points of content on my YouTube channel each week. Because I had built a platform on TikTok and Instagram and my Facebook page, I also go live there. So I am live right now on all of my channels. So I got a phone for TikTok, a phone for Instagram. Instagram and TikTok say hi to each other. And then I have my laptop for both of my YouTube channels, my couponing YouTube channel, my business YouTube channel, and my Facebook page, because I have audiences everywhere. And it doesn't cost me anything extra to just go live everywhere. But I do not have a content strategy that includes me creating content for all of those platforms. Okay. So that's how my content is going to be working. So I plan out my lives every single week. I go live every single week, and it's a full thing for me. But that's because live is my favorite way to show up. That's because live is the way that I've been able to grow my audience. Live is the way that I have been able to engage with my audience. And most importantly, as a business owner, live is the way that I have been able to sell to my audience, right? Make a sale. Numi says, I've been a medical assistant for years and have taught classes at the university. Okay. So what do you want to do as a business? What problem do you want to solve as a business? How do you want to solve a problem? So figuring out what problem you want to solve, it's cool. What you've done professionally is great, but a lot of times what we've done professionally is not necessarily what kind of business we want to have. You know, I want you to open up your mind. I want you to think creatively. If you could solve a problem in the world that you could turn into a business, what would that be? Hi, White Collar. Thank you so much for joining. Let us know where you're watching from, and if you have a business, what your business is. So I love going live for this very reason, the engagement. Okay, so let me just get into my tips. Okay. So why should you go live as a business owner? If you have a business, okay, and you are on social media and you've built up a little bit of an audience, you should be going live. Okay. Why? Number one, it helps you build your audience. Now, even when I was just on YouTube and I was just going live on Instagram, my audience would grow as a result of my lives. Number one, when you are live, okay, when you are live, people can share your live on every platform. So when I will be live on Facebook or live on YouTube or live on Instagram, people would share my live link so that other people would see that I'm live. TikTok pushes your live on the For You page and on the live For You page. So as people are scrolling by, if they hear something or see something that they like, they may stay. So all of the platforms have a way of, when you are live, kind of pushing you out. If you are live on YouTube, it's supposed to notify your subscribers. When you're live on Instagram, we get like a little bubble. So you have the ability to show up in front of new people, people that are not even following you, to your lives. The other thing is, it helps you build upon the audience that you have and engage them. I don't know if that's one of my things. No, that is this one. And engage with the people that are already there. Some people don't watch all of your content. I have followers who don't be watching content. A video comes out, they probably don't watch it. But I have followers who literally only watch my lives. So when you go live, it gives you the opportunity to build and engage with your audience. I'm looking for grants, Houston, Texas childcare. Okay. I am not the person that helps with grants. I am a bootstrap business coach. What do I mean? I say start with what you have and grow from there. So like if I wanted to do childcare, are you saying that you want to do childcare, Christy? Like you want to have like a daycare? Is that what you mean? Let me know in the comments. So building your audience is key, because you want to build an audience on social media of people who know you, like you, and trust you. Because once they know you, like you, and trust you, they will buy from you. But before you can sell anything, before you can let somebody know that you have something to sell, you need people in the room. One analogy I want to use for you, if you are a new business owner or a newer business owner, I want you to think about an auditorium that seats 1,000 people. You have rented out this auditorium and you are going to sell your products. Let's just say you sell lotion. You rented out this auditorium and you are going to sell your lotion to people. There is a party of 100,000 people outside of this auditorium. You drive to the auditorium. You go into the auditorium, there's no one inside. You set up your full table, you put out all your lotions, you've got a screen up with testimonials of past customers who bought your lotion. You have tutorials running of people using your lotion. You have videos of you creating the lotion because this is a handmade, all organic, good smelling lotion. Do you hear me? You set up your table. You got your iPad together so you can take payment. You got your change so that if people want to pay in cash, and you stand up in this empty auditorium and you say, "Here's my lotion. Are you ready to buy? Will you make a sale? Yes or no?" The auditorium has 1,000 seats. There's no one inside, but there's 100,000 people outside partying, having a good old time. Are you going to make a sale? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to sell one bottle of lotion inside that auditorium? Let me know. Yes or no? Are you selling any lotion? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you selling a lotion? Don't be shy. There's a bunch of y'all watching. Don't be shy. Are you going to make a sale? I see a no. No. Why? You're selling to an empty room. This is how I want you to think about when you start a business and you start an Instagram or you start a TikTok or you start a YouTube. You're starting at zero. We all had to start at zero. If no one knows that you even have a business, how can you expect a sale? So you've got to build your audience. Well, Crystal, what do I do? Number one, you open up the daggone door. You stand in the doorway. You put a sign on the door, like outside, so people can see on the wall. And you just start talking to people. This is building an audience. Hey, do you like lotion? Oh my gosh, let me tell you about it. Oh my gosh, your skin looks beautiful. What lotion do you use? What moisturizer do you use? And then you have, hey, you know what? I have my own moisturizing band. If you would love to learn more, please come into my auditorium. I'm about to do a free presentation. That's you building your audience and inviting people to follow you and be a part of your page, right? You stand in that doorway for a little bit. You start inviting people in. You start telling them. They start telling their friends that are outside and they start inviting more people in. Next thing you know, you look up, there's 400 people in your auditorium. 400? Now you can do your presentation because you were only trying to sell 50 bottles of lotion today. 400 people, you could probably sell these 50 bottles and you're going to leave the door open so that more people can come in. Does this make sense? Yes or no? If this makes sense on TikTok, tap the screen. Everywhere else, say yes. Hey, Steph, like, this is why you have to have an audience. So when you go live, you got to think of you going live as you opening the door and telling people, hey, I'm here. Not come buy my lotion. You didn't hear me say that. I said, let me tell you about my lotion. Let me ask you what kind of moisturizer do you already use? Because sis, you look moisturized, right? Or, oh my gosh, have you heard of this product for your skin? If not, oh, I'm about to do a presentation to tell you about it, to tell you why it's a little bit better than what you're currently using. Let me just tell you about it. That is what going live is. Opening up that door and literally just talking to people. We are a small business. No one knows you exist. So when you start your social media account, you have to build an audience. And going live is a good way to do that. Now, you want to have a little bit of followers in your audience before you go live. That's why you want to create some content to have on your page. But once you have a little bit of followers, you can absolutely go live. And it's actually better to go live when you have a smaller audience so you can practice, get it out, get used to it, shake out all your nerves if you are nervous. Which brings me to my second reason why you should go live, which might be, you're going to hear me say this a lot because I just love going live. This might be my favorite reason. You can be the most authentic version of yourself on live with no restrictions, no fluff, no limitations. I'm a yapper. I've been talking since I could talk. I've been told most of my life, thank you, Moona, for those gifts. I've been told most of my life that I talk too much. Sit down, shut up, read a book, go to your room. You're too talkative. You always have something to say. You're loud. My whole life, I was talked too much on the report card. Talks too much at work. Always got something to say. I've been that girl. Okay? When I go live in my own business as an expert in my industry, you are getting the Crystal That is the most authentic version. How to go live with less than 1,000 followers. Well, platforms have limits. So you will have to meet that threshold before you can go live. There's no way around that. So you have to create the content in order to get the followers to meet the threshold. There's no way around that. You can go live on another platform, but there's no way you can go around the live thresholds on certain platforms. So unfortunately, there's no cheat code for that. But if you were in the room with me, if you met me in person, live is the most authentic version of me. What I mean is when I do a pre-recorded YouTube video, I got makeup on, I'm a little bit more put together. I'm not cussing over there as much. I'm not ranting and raving. My rants and raves are really good, but I'm not ranting and raving. I'm not just yapping. I'm not feeding off of the energy in the chat. I'm not feeding off of your comments. I just get to be like, this is literally how I am with my friends and family. Okay. So, like, if you were sitting in my living room right now, this is the version of Crystal that you'll get. I'm highly educated. I have a bachelor's, I have a master's, I've done all the things, right? But I'm also a Black woman that grew up in Baltimore. So, like, I have the vernacular of I can speak very, very, very like professional and proper English. And then I can talk like a Baltimore dummy, you know? And it's a Baltimore thing to say dummy. I'm not saying they're dumb, but it's a Baltimore thing. But anywho, the point being, the most authentic version of Crystal, she just speaks in a way where you put it all together, if I'm making sense. Like, I don't have to code switch and be like politically presentable when I am on my live. I'm not going to say anything egregious. You know, I'm not going to be egregious, but I'm going to be the most authentic version of myself versus when I'm posting a YouTube video specifically, because YouTube is for me. I'm a little bit more cautious of the way in which I speak because I want the algorithm to push that content because it's a different way. Does this make sense? Yes or no? The key to all of this is to just be yourself. I'm myself in my YouTube videos. I'm just more of, you know, a cookie cutter version of myself. On live, you don't know what you might get. And if I'm too wild on a live, I haven't done it in a long time, but in the past, when I was too wild and I said a lot of ratchet things, oh, I deleted that live. Oh, that is not going to be up for the replay. If you missed it in the moment, and if you were ever one of my paying coupon clients in the academy, I went live there. I did over 300 lives in my private group. Oh, they got some feral versions of Crystal. I mean, they got to see a lot about me that, thank God, is not out into the public. But they got a little extra than what I'm giving y'all because I'm authentic. But there's certain things that I'm not about to share on Beyonce's internet. But being live with your audience allows you to be your most authentic self. Why is that important? Because when you're looking to build that know, like, and trust factor, people want to see themselves in you. They want to see relatability. And off of that alone, people will buy from you. Does that make sense? So I love going live because I get to be the most authentic version of myself. I get to be the most free version of myself. I get to sit here and yap away. Thank you for the gifts. I get to sit here and yap away as an expert. It's the best thing. Like, eventually I could see myself, but my data tells me otherwise. But I could see myself doing a couple months of like just lives and like no pre-recorded content. Because I love it so much and it just lights me up and it brings me so much joy. So get to be the most authentic version of yourself. Number 3, okay, why you should be going live. You get to talk about your offer in depth. When I'm live, I will mention my offers. Like, I will mention my live boot camp, right? Which is happening at the end of this month. And I'm going to give y'all all the details here really shortly because if you are a business owner and you want to add a live strategy to your business, like, you should be in this live boot camp. Okay. Thank you. If you already have a business, you already have some followers, you already have a little bit of an audience, you should be in this live boot camp. Okay. So I will mention my offers on live. And then someone will ask, well, what is your live boot camp? How does it work? It gives you the opportunity to share all of the details from a place of, number 1, somebody asked about it, and number 2, why it's a solution to your problem. I talk about my offers on my YouTube videos, but I don't go as in depth as I do on a live. I can give you tons of examples. I can give you testimonials. I can talk you through what the offer would really look like for you, for where you are. I can do a lot more on live in regards to my offer than I do in a pre-recorded piece of content. Especially like if you're trying to do a reel and you want it to be less than 90 seconds, and you're trying to do a short and you want it to be less than 3 minutes. And you don't want to spend 10 minutes explaining your offer in a pre-recorded video. Like you got 30 seconds to a minute and then you want to keep going, versus on live. I can talk about my offer with you for a while because I can give you a ton of examples. I can share it from different angles with you on a live and it won't feel pushy. I never sell in a salesy way where it feels like it's pushed or forced against someone. I don't give that type of energy because I believe that the person who needs their problem solved by my offer will buy it. And I don't have to say, buy the live bootcamp, buy the live bootcamp. No one wants to hear that. So I'd much rather share why the live bootcamp is going to help you get more of what you want. So I get to talk about my offer in detail. So when you go live as a business owner, you can talk about your product in grave detail in a show and tell kind of way. Y'all remember show and tell as kids? I don't think they'd be doing show and tell. You know, my daughter, I don't think my daughter's ever, I think she did show and tell once or twice. I can think about it. But she don't go to in-person school anymore, so they don't be doing show and tell. They've done it online before. Anyways, show and tell, you're just so giddy to share the product. Your goal isn't to sell it. Your goal is to share all the benefits, all the features, and all the goodness. So when you are talking about your offer as a solution to a problem, you want to talk about all the benefits, all the features, and all the reasons why the ideal client is going to get more of what they want. And when you are live, you can do a full show and tell presentation. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Yes, in the comments if that makes sense. You can do a full show and tell presentation when you're on live. That is what sells, not buy this lotion. No one wants to hear that shit. Do the show and tell presentation. Share all of the details, and that's what's going to make people want to buy from you, okay? Next reason why business owners can go live. You can answer questions in real time. Some business owners forget this. Answering questions is helping your ideal client get to the reasons why this product or service is going to help them get more of what they want. They have a question because they're about to invest some money in your product or service and they want to know exactly how it's going to help them. You don't buy a car without asking questions. You don't buy clothes without asking questions. What's the material? How does it fit? Where am I going to wear this? Do I have anything in my closet that I can wear this with? If not, do I want to buy the other half, whether it's a pants or a shirt or a jacket or shoes or socks? Do I want to buy the rest of the things that I need in order to wear this? No matter what you buy, you have a question. Even if the question is, how much does this cost? How am I going to use this? How long am I going to use this? Is this worth the investment? When you make a purchase, you have questions. So when I'm on live, it gives me the opportunity to answer questions in real time. No one has to sit around and wait for an email. They don't have to wait for a DM back. They don't have to wait for me to check my messages. You ask me a question right now, I'm going to answer it, then we can move on. I can ask you a follow-up question. You give me the details, I answer that part, and we can move on. So live gives you that direct in the moment, right now answer. So if someone was on the fence about purchasing your product or service, you go live, you answer their question, bada bing, bada boom. Now they're ready to buy. Versus if they comment on a video and I'm not responding to my comments for another 3 days, by the time I respond, they didn't already forgot. They don't care. They found the answer. Maybe they bought, maybe they didn't. But right now, if you ask me a question and I answer you, you're like, okay, cool. Now I can proceed. Does that make sense? This one is so basic, but it's over like my audience can see me. So many people, so many business owners are into this whole faceless, don't show my face, don't let people hear my voice. Like, I don't want to show up. I'm not the coach for you if you don't want to show your face or hear your voice. Everything's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. The relatability piece. When people are buying from small businesses, they want to see the business owner. They want to know who they're investing their money in. They want to see it. Okay? Even celebrities, most celebrity brands, if the brand is built now, you might not see them as much. But in the beginning, their face is on everything because they want to be associated with that brand and what their brand association comes along with it. Also, when someone sees you, they can relate to you. People relate to me as a mom. They relate to me as a Black woman. I'm technically young, I guess, for another month or so. Then I'm going to be halfway to 40. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Lord. A mom, business owner. I had a 9 to 5, got fired from my 9 to 5. There's so many things that people can relate to me on when they see me, when they hear me. I got fired from my 9 to 5. People relate on me on that. I started a YouTube channel, didn't know what the hell I was doing. I've changed my niche a million times. Like, there's so many things that I can share that my audience can relate to me on. And whether you believe it or not, when your audience can relate with you, they'll want to buy from you. Oh, I like what she says. I'm going to buy it from her instead of going where else. I like to see body language along with voice. Yes, I need to see the person. For a small business, you're not Amazon, you're not Walmart, you're not Target. Who are you? I need to see you front and center before I give you my coin. And that's just real. Give the people what they want. And you can't expect to start a brand new business and never show your face or never put your voice out there. You can't expect that. So I love going live because my audience can see me. Okay, they can see me in real time and they can make their assessment. I know that some people don't like me. I know that some people don't want to see me. Hey, Q. I know some people could be like, oh, Crystal, her voice is annoying. And that's cool. Because again, everything is not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And that's fine. I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not my ideal client. You got to be okay with that. But let people see you. Okay. I love going live because I can go on multiple platforms at once. Like I've already showed y'all, I'm live on Instagram, I'm live on TikTok, both of my YouTube channels and my Facebook page at the same damn time with no extra effort. I schedule the lives, I press go live, I'm ready to go. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 different cameras. I'm managing 1, 2, 3 comment sections. It seems harder than what it really is, but it's really not. So I naturally have 2 phones. I have a personal phone and a work phone. So I'm going live on TikTok on one of them. I'm going live on Instagram on one of them. Then I use an app called a service called StreamYard that I pay for, and I can go live up to 3 places on StreamYard. So I pick Build a Business with Chris YouTube channel. And again, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go subscribe right now. Build a Business with Chris. I'm live on my Chris the Maximizer couponing YouTube channel, and I am live on my Chris the Maximizer Facebook business page. I maximize my live reach because I have an audience on all of these platforms. I'm going to show up on all of them because it doesn't cost me anything extra. But what I'm not about to do is take my YouTube video and post it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. I don't like that. I'm not doing that. Some content can be repurposed. Oh, thank you so much for that gift. Some content can be repurposed across platforms, but for me, and some people do it, I'm not knocking you. I'm saying for me, for Crystal, I don't do that. If I'm going to make a vertical video, I might make a vertical video for TikTok and then also put it on Instagram, but I'm not making a horizontal video for YouTube and then putting it everywhere else or cutting it up. I don't like that. I like to create content for the platform that it's on, but that's me. But when I go live, I get to show up in this way regardless of the platform. So it's a 5-for-1 deal for me because I'm live on 5 platforms right now. Okay. Which brings me to my next point. When you are a business owner and you go live, that's more content that you don't have to plan out and pre-record. Because if you don't like planning out and pre-recording content, going live, in my opinion, is an easier solution. Now, I prepare my lives. Like my pre-recorded content. I choose the topic, I outline, I choose a thumbnail for YouTube. It's scheduled, it's ready to go. All of my lives for the entire month, all thought out. I got them all outlined. I know what I'm doing. Like, if you ask me what's the live topic for next Tuesday, I know the live topic for next Tuesday. But it does not take It does not take me the time and energy that it takes me to record all those videos and edit. I hate editing. I don't gotta edit it live. You get what you get and you don't get upset. If you don't like a part, fast forward through it. Okay. That's why I like live. So the replays on Instagram, the replays on Facebook, the replays on YouTube, that is a standing piece of content. So when I said I'm getting 5 pieces of content a week on my YouTube channel, 1 pre-recorded video and 4 lives, 5 pieces of content a week on my YouTube channel. Does this make sense? Yes or no? TikTok, you can't put your whole live up on your page, but TikTok will cut up clips for you and you can post those clips. So you can reuse your live as content on every single platform. For Instagram, for YouTube, and for Facebook, it's just a full video. So someone, if you're not subscribed already, go subscribe to Build a Business with KRYS. You go to my YouTube channel. You can watch all of my lives that I've done all 2024 and the ones that I've done so far in 2025. You can watch all of my live replays. It's all there in the live section. All of it. So that alone is amazing to me because it's a piece of content that I can create that I do not have to edit. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people go in, they edit their lives. Thank y'all so much for these gifts. Y'all are hooking a girl up. Girl, I might be able to go to Dollar Tree with all this gift money. But no, for real, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I love that it's a piece of content that I don't even have to think about. So, which brings me to my next tip. Now, Crystal doesn't do this except for on TikTok, but other people do, right? You can use your live clips later. Now, for TikTok, I take the clips. Now, I haven't been doing it lately because I've just been lazy. And like I said, YouTube is my main platform. But if your main platform is TikTok or Instagram, you can take your live clips, cut them up, and use them as pieces of content. Just because I don't do it, don't mean that you can't do it too. Some people thrive off of that. So if you do a 20 or 30-minute live, you can cut that up, use it as smaller pieces of content, right? I saw my Biz Bestie on here. Hey, Biz Bestie. She uses some of her lives as training videos. She don't put the replay up. If you ain't signed up and get the replay, you don't get the replay. She will take that down and use that as a training video for the future. She cleans it up, makes it all pretty, and uses that for the future. So you can repurpose and reuse your live clips in whichever way works best for you in your business. I don't do it, but that don't mean you can't. Okay? Now for TikTok, I should be doing the clips because everyday TikTok's like, post your clips, it'll put. I should. I'm just like, I just want to do YouTube and go live. Seriously. I know I'm probably missing out on some money on TikTok, but it's cool, right? Because I care more about building, nurturing, growing my audience, and selling my coaching services. I'm okay with making the money from social media, but it's not my main goal or my main focus or the main thing that I'm putting everything into. Okay. This is a TikTok specific live. This is why I really pray they figure out this TikTok ban, because regardless of what anybody in the world was to say, this TikTok algorithm is unmatched. No other social media platform has created the algorithm that TikTok has created. TikTok has changed a generation. TikTok has changed our world, period. TikTok has changed America. If you think about the opportunities, they said like TikTok being banned is going to cause the United States billions because of the revenue that it generates. People live their life off of the money that they make from TikTok, which is absolutely insane in a good way, not in a bad way. I'm saying all that to say, when you are live, TikTok pushes you in the algorithm. They put you in front of people that they think are going to like your content. They put you on the For You page. They put you on the Live For You page. And you have an opportunity to continue to build your audience in front of people that otherwise would not see you. So like what I'm doing right now, I am going live on TikTok and I'm encouraging people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So for me, I use it as cross promotion. In the old days, I would use my YouTube audience and encourage people to go follow me on Instagram when I was building my Instagram audience. But today, My main focus is always my YouTube channel. But when it comes to live, if I'm being biased, TikTok is my favorite place to go live on because of the reach and the ability for you to be in front of new people. Like YouTube will put me in front of my subscribers a lot of times, right? Because when I had 20, 30,000 subscribers and like 500 people on my live, that's all 500 people that already subscribed to me. When I'm live on TikTok and there's 20 people, 13 of them are not following me. 13 of them didn't see me before. It's new people. So the fact that I can be in front of 5 to 10, 20 new people or even more every single time I go live is a big benefit. Why? Because I'm building my audience. Why? Because I want to make sales. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? So if you are a business owner, you have a little bit of an audience, you should be going live. You should have a live strategy for you to build your audience and also sell to your audience and get your products and services sold. With that being said, if you do have a business and you do have a little bit of an audience on one of the social media platforms, and you're like, Crystal, but I don't know what to do, right? I want you to put a number one in the chat if you're just scared to go live. I want you to put a number one in the chat if you don't know what to say on live. I want you to put a number one in the chat if you're nervous about showing up. I want you to put a number one in the chat if you don't know what to say. You don't know what to sell on your live. If you don't know how to prepare for your live, if you don't know if it's going to work for you, if you're scared that no one's going to show up, you're so funny. If you're scared that no one's going to show up and you're going to be talking to yourself, I understand what that feels like. The first time I went live, even though I'm this talkative kind of person, the first time I went live, I was actually nervous. I scrolled back to my YouTube channel, and the first time I went live was in 2019, January of 2019, and I was petrified. But I knew that I was showing up as an expert. I knew that I had a lot to give. So although I was nervous, I was like, let me just pretend I'm in a room full of people and it'll be okay. And you know what? It turned out great. More people than I expected showed up, and it was a fun AF time. But I know what it feels like to want to do something, but be scared. I know what it feels like to want to do something and do it scared anyway, but you're just not sure about how it's going to work for you, right? I know what it's like to do something, and maybe you've gone live and you just are like, this is a disaster. No one showed up. I don't know what to say. I'm stumbling all over my words. No one is buying. Like, terrible. If you are feeling like this, you need to be in my live boot camp. Now, the live boot camp is a 2-day live training where I'm going to help you create a social media live strategy, regardless of your platform, that's going to help you build your audience and make sales. This is going to help you be prepared to show up on live confidently, and then most importantly, sell to your audience without feeling like a used car salesman. So it's a 2-day live series. Let me tell you about day one. Day one is called the live game plan. And this is where we're going to do all the preparations. Half of the nervousness is just the unknown of like, what should I do? What am I supposed to do? How do I get prepared? So day one of the live game plan, which is happening on January 26th, this is what we're going to cover. I'm going to help you figure out how to pick out your live topics. And you're going to leave this live. You're going to leave this training. You're going to leave this boot camp with your strategy for the next 30 days. So you're going to know what your live topics are and your talking points. Right now, when I'm showing up to you, I have my notes over here. If you see me looking over here, I have all of my notes on my other screen, and I have all of my talking points. Those 10 reasons why you should go live as a business owner, I outline them. I'm going to teach you how to do that for your business. I'm going to help you learn when to go live, for how long you should go live, the best days to show up to engage with your audience. I'm going to help you get your live assets together, because you don't want to just pop up randomly live and not have all the things that you need. Do you need a thumbnail? Do you need a caption? You also, which we're going to talk about in a second, need a link so that people can actually buy from you when they want to buy from you, an easy way to get to you, right? So I'm going to help you make sure you have all the live assets you need depending on what platform you're going to be live on. And most importantly, I'm going to give you some tips to show up confidently, even if you're nervous, even if you're scared, even if you've never done it before. That's on day 1. Day 2 is all about selling without saying bye, bye, bye. I am going to help you sell your products on live without you having to say, buy my lotion, buy my lotion, buy my lotion, because no one wants to hear that, okay? So we are going to help you know what to sell on live, because guess what? You can't sell your whole website. You can't say, go to KristenMaximizer.com and buy your lotion. No, that's not it. I'm going to help you have your offer ready to sell and make it easy to buy from you. If someone has to jump through 7 hoops, they're not going to buy from you. If you don't have an easy link, an easy website, an easy way for them to click and buy, they're not going to buy from you. So I'm going to help you make sure that all of your ducks in a row, so that all of your work is not in vain and you can actually make that sale. I'm also going to help you stay engaged and connect with your audience. You see, during this live, I had prompts to make sure you're engaged. Like, yes in the comments, 1 in the comments. What is your business? I'm asking you questions. I'm going to help you come up with a little toolbox of ways that you can engage with your audience while you're on your live, so it's just not a one-way conversation. Because the more that your audience engages with you, the more excited you're going to be, and the better your live will be holistically. Most importantly, I'm going to share with you my top tips for sharing your product as a solution to the problem. That's the key in selling. Why is this product going to give my ideal client more of what they want? When you're selling, it's not about you, it's about them. It's not about me, it's about you. How can I help you get more of what you want? And how can you sell with storytelling? Because, like I said, in 2025, it's all about telling the story. It's all about telling the story. You will leave live bootcamp with 1 month of lives planned and outlined. You will have your live assets all planned out. You're going to know exactly what live assets you need. You're going to leave with the confidence to show up on live like a boss. You're going to leave knowing what you're going to sell on your live when you do show up and sell. And then, most importantly, you're going to leave with knowing how to sell your offers without sounding like, buy my lotion, or used car salesman trying to trick somebody into a sale. So, live bootcamp is happening January 26th and 28th from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go and buy your ticket at KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp, okay? Now, before you go and buy it right now, the live bootcamp is $149. It is $149 for these 2 days. The other thing that you're going to get that I did not put on here, actually what you get, like what's included, you get 2 live trainings with me. They're both 2 hours long, 2-hour live trainings. That includes Q&A time. Okay, there's going to be like 45 minutes of Q&A time. And I go to every single person in the group and make sure every single person gets to ask a minimum of 1 question before I loop around. You also are going to get a workbook to take massive action. So you'll be able to take notes on your own, but I'm going to give you a listed out workbook with prompts and things for you to answer. So when you leave the bootcamp, you'll have 3 to 5 pages of strategy altogether for you to go live in the next 30 days. You're going to get 30-day access to the replay video. So you'll be able to watch the video for the whole month of February, the 2 live trainings. And then guess what? Every single person who buys a ticket to the live bootcamp gets a one-on-one session with me. Yes, everybody gets a 15-minute, hey, Miss Brady, a 15-minute one-on-one coaching call with me that will happen after the live bootcamp. So everyone will get 15 minutes to pick my brain, ask me questions, get specific and immediate support about their business and their live strategy after the bootcamp. So you get all of this for less than $150. It's $149. Spots are limited. I'm not just saying that to say it for the sake of saying it. I'm saying that because I want to make sure that I have enough time and energy on the live to speak to every single person that shows up. So live bootcamp is happening January 26th and 28th of 2025. You can go right now to KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp to get your spot. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. And there won't be another one for a while. So don't wait. Get in there. There's a bunch of payment methods over there. Like I didn't put an Afterpay and Affirm and Klarna on there. So if you want to break it up in the 4 easy payments, all the payment methods are over there. And it's only $149 and you get all the things. So I would like to ask, are there any questions about the bootcamp? Are there any questions about showing up live? Are there any questions in general? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know, was this helpful? Yes or no? Was this helpful? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful? If you don't have any questions. If you have questions, let me know what your questions are. One question that I get all the time about this is, what platform should I be live on? Okay. What platform should I be live on? You should be live on the platform that is your main platform where you are building your audience. You should be live on whatever that platform is. If that platform has a threshold where, like, on TikTok, you need to have 500 followers. And on YouTube, you also need to have a certain amount of subscribers before you can go live. You are going to have to build an audience to reach that threshold. Instagram and Facebook, they do not have that minimum. You can go live like when you start, but you do want to have a few people in your audience before you go live. So the platform is dependent on where you want to be. Where you want to be, baby? Any other questions? That's the biggest question I usually get about going live. How often? We will talk about this in the bootcamp, but I feel like as new business owners, there's two routes to go. Either 2 times a month, which is about every other week, or every week, once a week. You don't have to be a psychomaniac like me, and go live multiple times. When I started off, I think I went live like once a month to start, but I wasn't actually selling anything. I was just teaching and answering questions. But as far as being able to sell something, I would say every other week to start, just to get used to it, to build up your cadence, get it into your schedule, make it a part of your routine, and then you can move to once a week. So in the live bootcamp, I will give you the strategy for if you're doing 2 a month or if you're doing 4 a month. And we'll be able to have all those, created as far as topics and outlines, and you knowing what you're saying, you know what you're talking about, and you know what you're selling. I was supposed to say selling when I said saying, but you'll know exactly what you're selling on your lives. Okay. Any other questions? If no questions, again, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? I see some new people popped in. Hello, hello, hello. Was this helpful, or do we have any questions? And thank y'all so much for joining. I'm super excited to be working with those of you who decide to join the live boot camp, because I love going live. I love going live so much. It just brings me so much joy, and it is going to help your business so dang much. Okay? It's going to help you so much. Some people don't have questions. Sometimes I be explaining stuff so good, they don't have questions. So that's why I said the questions that I get all the time when it comes to going live. Another one I get about going live is like, how long should I go live? Like, how long do I need to show up? That's also something that we're going to talk about in the live bootcamp. But it honestly depends on you. For your first time going live, I'm going to say somewhere between 15 to 25 minutes. Sometimes people's first lives can be a little bit shorter. But once we, come up with the intro, you have to do your sales pitch. You have to share your tips. If you're doing a product tutorial or sharing products of some sort, all of that stuff is going to take a little bit of time. So at the bare minimum, I'm saying 15 to 25 minutes. All of my lives are pretty much an hour or longer. Like, I feel rushed when I do a 30-minute live, because like right now I'm looking at my toggle tracker. I'm almost at 54 minutes. And I just got, I literally talked this whole time. I answered some questions along the way, but my lives, I just scheduled them off for an hour. But I built up to this. I don't think I started. I can go back and look, but I don't think I started off doing lives this long. But because I'm a yapper, and this, I had 9 talking points. I usually try to keep my talking points between 3 to 5. But yeah, you don't have to go live for an hour to start. I wouldn't suggest that in the beginning, because you are just getting started and just figuring out all the things. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest you trying to bust it out and go live too much, like longer than that. Any other questions? Any other questions? No questions? Okay, I don't see any questions. I do want to thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you all joining me so much. This was a very fun and interactive live. If you have any questions after the live, feel free to slide in my DMs at Krista Maximizer on TikTok or Instagram. I will be talking about the live bootcamp every single day until it's full or until it starts. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. And I should be seeing you all tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you then. Bye.